One of the most important skills that you need to learn if you want to have better relationships with just anybody, romantic partners, friends, family, colleagues, just anybody in general, you're gonna need to know how to hold space. And that is being able to handle another person's emotions. Like, we're not taught how to do this, but this is one of the most important things that you're gonna need to know how to do if you hope to be a good friend, a good partner, a person who makes people feel safe with you, which is why it's so important for romantic relationships, especially. So, how do you hold space? How do you make another person feel safe when they're opening up to you and when they're presenting to you some big feelings that you might not be that comfortable with? The way you do this is you have to be receptive to whatever they present to you and know that it's not about you. You don't want to take on their emotions and come up and start drawing your own conclusions about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, or why they're thinking and feeling what they're feeling. Your job is just to be a container. Essentially, you just need to listen. Don't say anything, just listen and try not to react. Just be a good listener. And when you're listening to them, be receptive. Just allow them to feel what they feel. That's why the trick is to just not say anything, just listen. Allow them to have the floor, allow them to share what they're feeling, allow them to speak, to share their truth, to share what they're saying. And it might be triggering for you, especially if you're not used to exploring emotions. You might be feeling attacked, you might be feeling really judged or criticized if they're talking about you or talking about something that you did that made them feel a certain way. But just know that when they're talking about their feelings, they're just talking about their experience. Don't try not to take it personally. Remove yourself from the equation. You're just there to listen. This is super important. This is so vital. It's gonna help them feel so, even if you don't hear anything, if you just do the not talking part, they will appreciate that. Just giving them the space, just the airtime, just your attention, like even if it's just pretend attention, that you are allowing them to share their inner world with you and you are not interrupting them, you're not judging them, you're not invalidating what they're saying and feeling. That is gonna help them feel so much better. Like, if they're upset about something, even if they're not talking about you, or maybe they are talking about you, as long as you let them speak and you don't interrupt them, you don't invalidate them, you don't get defensive, they will most likely be feeling like a whole lot better, like significantly better, just by sharing what they are feeling and you not getting defensive. Just let them talk and don't make it about yourself. Like, this is so important. I can't tell you how many times I'm trying to just share how I feel with my partner, my past partner, or he's trying to share something with me and we get defensive. We don't let them finish. We have to defend ourselves because it feels like they're talking about how we made them feel, and the way that we made them feel was not our intention. It is really tempting to jump in right at the point where they're explaining and we could clear up the misunderstanding, but that's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. It's not about them misunderstanding us and they need us to correct the understanding so that they can understand us, so that they can feel better. They don't want to just feel better in that moment. In that moment, they just want to talk. They just want to share. They just want to express what they're feeling, because what they're feeling is real, and what happened to them happened. So it's important that they get to share that experience with you, the person that it was involving, and that they feel like you heard them. Like, that is super, super important. You need to hear them out without interrupting them, without defending yourself and making it about you, that they need to understand you so that they didn't feel that way. No, just let them feel how they feel. Just don't say anything. That's all you have to remember. This one skill, this important skill of handling another person's emotions, being able to hold space and handle another person's emotions, all you need to do is just be there and listen and not say anything. You just really need to not say anything. And then when they're done talking, if they were talking about something that you did that made them feel upset, all you need to do not defend yourself, do not explain yourself. All you need to do is just say, I'm sorry. That's all you need to say. Just say sincerely. Even if you feel attacked, even if you feel like they misunderstood you, the most important thing in that moment is that you just acknowledge how they feel and just apologize for the fact that something that you did unwittingly made them feel bad. That's it. You're not conceding, you're not admitting that you did something wrong or that you intended to hurt them. That's not what this is about. It's just about taking accountability for the fact that something happened, something that we did made them feel a certain way, made them feel bad. All we need to do is just say sorry. Most of the problem will be solved. If not, that's all they need. Most of the time, that will do so much for helping them feel seen, heard. You gave them a safe space to share their feelings. You took accountability because you didn't say anything else. All you did was say sorry to the thing that they were talking about. Most of the problem will be resolved from that. That's all you need to do. After you say sorry, you could explain if that feels necessary for you. You could ask them if they would like to understand your side of the story. But if you could just acknowledge how they feel, what they said, without getting defensive, like, that's the biggest part of being able to hold space, just allowing them to feel what they feel. Like, people are allowed to feel what they feel. It doesn't mean anything about them or you, or like, you shouldn't assume anything from what they're feeling is an indication of anything else. Feelings sometimes just don't make sense. We don't always have a logical reason why we feel what we feel. It's very complicated how emotions just get stirred up in us sometimes. It could be really nonsensical, contradictory, convoluted reasons why we feel what we feel. All we need to do is just allow people to feel what they feel. It's one of the most annoying things to me when someone tells me I'm not allowed to feel what I feel. I am like, this is just how I feel. Like, I'm not saying anything. When people feel something, especially when we feel upset in a relationship, it's hard for the other person to not feel like they did something wrong. When we feel upset about something, they automatically start to feel like they're the cause of the bad feeling in their partner, when that's not necessarily true. Like, we really need to not make those immediate connections, make those immediate assumptions. The person who is feeling upset should not immediately blame the other person for their bad feelings. And the person who is on the outside of the other person who got upset should not immediately assume that the other person is blaming them. Feelings are a personal experience, and we are allowed to feel what we feel. They're just our feelings. We shouldn't take another person's feelings personally. And yeah, that's the work. Understanding that people are allowed to feel what they feel. We shouldn't take it personally when another person gets upset, even if they're getting upset about something that we might have done, especially if we didn't intentionally try to upset them or hurt them. But the skill is just listen. If they feel upset about something, they want to tell us and share with us how they're feeling, how it made them feel, if something upset them, all you need to do is just listen, don't say anything, and at the end of it, say, I'm sorry. Don't say, I'm sorry, that's how you feel. Just say, I'm sorry, I made you feel that way. Like, take accountability. That means a lot. I'm sorry, I made you feel that way. Like, that was their experience. Their experience is that something that we did made them feel a certain way. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that's what we intended. Especially doesn't mean we're a bad person because something happened and the other person got upset about it. If we didn't intend for that to happen, all we need to do is just hear them out, let them explain their experience and what they feel, take accountability, apologize. That will help them incredibly. Most of the time, that's all they need. That type of maturity just to allow another person to have their experience, to share their feelings. Like, and it's so fucking easy. Like, it's not hard because you don't have to do anything. The hard part is not immediately jumping in when you feel attacked, not immediately interjecting and getting defensive and defending yourself when you feel like they're saying something wrong about you, they're misinterpreting you, and you need to make it about yourself. You need to correct them when they misunderstood you. Like, that's actually not hard to just not say anything. Just, even if you feel that way, you need to know that it's not about you. This is the practice, this is the skill that you need to really, really, such a big difference in your relationships if you could just not make those instances about you. When another person talks about their experience, they're talking about their experience. It's not about you. You don't need to defend yourself in that instance. They aren't talking about you. They are talking about their emotions. So this is the skill in that scenario when they are talking about their emotions. Men and women need to do this for each other. Men and women and anyone in between need to do this. You're going to need to learn how to do this for your friends, for your family, for your partners. And I just want everyone to know how to do this. And it's not hard. It's just, remember, it's not about you. It's about giving them a safe space to just share what they're saying and letting them feel heard and feel seen and feel safe with you. That'll improve your relationship with them. That'll help them feel better about the experience that they just went through. And it'll help you have way better relationships. If you could do that for people, it models for others to be able to do that for you too. So this is super important. If you could do this, you teach other people how to do it too. Like, and that's what we need. Like, don't just rely on other people, expect other people to do this for you if you've never done it for them. So you're allowed to feel what you feel, and so is anybody else. You want to get closer to another person, you want to share how you feel with them, and if someone comes to you to share with you their vulnerability, they want to share with you how they feel about something, especially if it had something to do with you. Remember, all you need to do is just listen, let them talk, don't make it about you, don't get defensive, don't jump in to correct them or fix the misunderstanding, just let them talk. Just remember to breathe through it. You may very well get triggered, but all you need to do is just listen. Just listen. If you could go through their whole unpacking of the experience without interrupting them, and you could let them finish and take accountability and apologize for making them feel that way, they should be appreciative at that point, because that's a lot. Most people don't know how to do that. You just gave them like a gift, like a really precious gift of presence, and giving them a safe space for them to share their truth, and you heard them, you held them in a very safe way. Like, that is uncommon and really, really appreciated. So hopefully at that point they appreciate it, they're feeling a lot better, they're feeling relief that they got to do that. So at that point, after that, you might be able to share how you really intended things to go, so that you could actually explain to them your side of the story. Don't explain to them how their feelings made you feel bad. That is not their intention either. Like, remove yourself from that. Like, put space between you and them just sharing how they feel. They are sharing what they're feeling. They're not doing anything to you in that instance, even though it feels like they're attacking you. Their experience, when they are talking about their experience and their feelings, is not them doing anything to you. So even if it feels like their misunderstanding is making you feel bad about yourself, resist making it about yourself. Resist feeling hurt by that. That has nothing to do with you. You could go back and explain what you originally intended in the original event that made them feel what they felt. But in their explanation of how they felt, don't make it about yourself. If you must, you could say that made you feel a certain way just so that they could understand you, but the point is that they understand you. Don't try to make it now you need to make me feel better because you just hurt me kind of like back and forth battle. The point of having the conversations where you are sharing how you feel is the only purpose of those conversations, those things, is so that you could both understand each other better, have a better understanding of what makes you feel a certain way. When this happens, then this makes me feel a certain way. Like, you could just be talking about yourself. Helping the other person understand you better is a way for you to both come closer. The point is just to better understand each other. And the point of holding space is to help the other person feel safe, to feel what they feel, and to share their feelings with you in a safe place where you are being safe for them to be who they are and to share what they're feeling. If you want someone to allow you to feel what you're feeling, to allow you to feel your big feelings, share your vulnerability, to share what's going on with you without being made to feel wrong or bad or too much, then you must learn this skill of being able to hold space for another person and be a safe space for this person and their feelings. If you could do that for another person, you teach other people how to do it for you. So that's why it's super important for you to learn how to do it, so you teach other people how to do it too.